graders, and welcome to lesson 107 on finding the area of complex shapes. So this lesson is pretty similar to the one we did with perimeter, in that first we're going to break the complex shape into smaller simple shapes like rectangles and triangles. In fact, in this lesson you only need to use rectangles, but sometimes in the future there might be triangles also. Then you find the area of those smaller shapes and then you add all the areas together. Let's jump into the first example. So the one thing to notice is sometimes we have a variable listed for some unknown side lengths, and we're going to find those side lengths the same way we did when we were finding the perimeter of complex shapes, which means that we can just look at the ones we do know. So this length right here is 6, and this one is 4. So we know that 4 plus a is going to equal 6. 4 plus a equals 6. How do I solve for my variable? It's being added. I'm going to undo that with subtraction. I'm going to subtract. So a equals 2 centimeters. All right, and now to find for b, I'm going to take the width. So I've got 7 is my big width, and I know that that's going to equal b plus 3. So if I do 3 plus b equals 7, I'll solve it the same way I just did the last one. I'm going to undo the addition with subtraction, and I get b equals 4 centimeters. Now it comes time to divide my shape. So I'm going to divide this into two rectangles. I can either divide it this way, or I can divide it this way. For this time, I'm just going to divide it down like this. So now this becomes one rectangle, and this becomes the other rectangle. What's the area of this rectangle? Well, I've got a height right here of 4, and then I've got a width of also 4. So 4 times 4 is going to be 16 centimeters squared. And then for this rectangle, I've got a height of 6 and a width of 3. So 6 times 3 is going to be 18 centimeters squared. So I'm almost done. My last step is I just need to add those two numbers together. So 18 plus 16 is going to be 34 centimeters squared. All right, let's do a second one. So I'm going to stick with what I did before and divide it just like this. I can find my missing sides, whichever ones I need, by doing the problems like we did before. So we've got b plus 4 equals 10. Which means that b equals 6. I subtracted 4 from both. And we've got, for a, the big is 8, so 5 plus a equals 8. So therefore, minus 5, a equals 3. And now I'm going to find the area. So here I've got 8 times 4, which is 32 centimeters squared. And in this square, I've got 6 times 5, which is 30 centimeters. And so to find the total area, I would add 32 plus 30, which is going to be 62 centimeters squared. All right, the second page has the exact same problems as the first page, but I want you to divide them in a different way. So this time you're going to divide them into those two rectangles, and down here into those two rectangles. All right, I would like you to solve these problems on your own. Bring them to class tomorrow. Go ahead and get to work.